blah. We say our baby attacks us. We have a heart attack. Our heart attacks us. It's mad at us. It attacks us. So we dumb down the heart. We ablate it. We poison it. We electrocute it. Yes, we electrocute our heart. That's a doctor's strategy for a heart that's not behaving. Our gallbladder attacks us, no problem. We're taking the thing out. How dare you attack us? You're gone. You're out of here. This is how stupid we are. This is how stupid the model is. We are the gallbladder. Our immune system attacks us. Oh, we're going to shut that thing down. We got all kinds of drugs to shut down our immune system because our immune system is attacking us. Not only do we not see our body as our baby, we see it as the enemy. We see our bodies as the enemy. It's attacking us. So of course it's okay to poison it or dismember it or slowly suppress it, gradually kill it. When we look at our babies, at our bodies as our babies or as living organism, as something alive, and then we give our babies' bodies the love and the nurturing they deserve, our babies' bodies will immediately begin to feel better, and this is where calming the body down begins, or becomes important. Deactivating the emergency survival system that is behind all chronic degenerative disease, all of it, ALL, all of it. There is no such thing as a chronic degenerative health issue that does not have behind it an activated survival nervous system. And that's simplicity, folks. Doesn't get any simpler than that. We want to learn to deactivate our jacked up sympathetic nervous system. Behind all chronic degenerative disease, this is what you will find, an activated survival system. This survival system, this safety mechanism that the body has, it's unbelievably important, it's unbelievably complex, it's unbelievably fascinating. It's a true miracle, the safety survival system, how it immediately turns on. It immediately takes over our chemistry when we do something as simple as thinking a lousy thought. Certainly when we have an infection or we have some kind of toxicity in the blood, this sympathetic nervous system is important, certainly, but the problem is when it's activated long-term, chronically, over and over again. Understanding this one idea, this one simple idea is the key to longevity. It's the key to understanding how to work with keeping the body healthy. And this, by the way, is the difference between cure and reversal. If we're sick, we don't need to be cured. Cure is about magic. If we're sick, we need to be reversed by reversing the energy from the survival nervous system to the relaxation nervous system. Cure is about magic. Reversal is about science. Reversal is logic. Cure is based on the idea that we're stuck with a disease. Disease is a noun. Disease is a thing. It has to be magically transformed with a cure. This thing called disease must be magically transformed into something called health, some kind of supernatural shape-shifting. And this is why doctors and the government that protects the doctors are so protective of the word cure. Doctors won't say the word cure. They go to jail if they say the word cure or lose their license. I could lose my license. If I tell you I could cure something, I could lose my license as a pharmacist. All right, I'm Pharmacist Ben. You're listening to The Bright Side. 844-236-6010 is our number. We'll be back right after this. All right, we are back on The Bright Side. I am Pharmacist Ben. 844-236-6010 is our number, and we got lots of lines open for you today. Sometimes you guys all call at once, and sometimes nobody calls at all. We've got tons of letters to read, though, if nobody calls in. But 844-236-6010 is our number. If you have questions about health or nutrition or prescription drugs, the longevity products, the longevity business, if you have a success story you'd like to share, or if you want to contribute to our conversation, 844-236-6010 is our number. If you want to purchase any of the longevity products that you hear advertised on the program, head over to brightsideben.com or pharmacistben.com or criticalhealthnews.com. You can purchase products right off the website, or you can call the phone team at 866-735-2470. And, of course, if you're interested in our Truth Skin Health products, head over to truthtreatments.com, truthtreatments.com. Got a blog up there. And you can also head over to my Facebook blog or Facebook page, The Truth with Ben. Excuse me. The Truth with Ben. That's my Facebook page, my professional Facebook page. So many of you guys are friending me at my personal page. I don't have any room left on that one, and I don't check that one that much anyway. But The Truth with Ben has all our skincare stuff on Facebook, and you can also check out our blog at truthtreatments.com in addition to our Truth Skin Health products. 844-236-6010 is our number. We're talking about the difference between cure and reversal. Tomorrow we'll get back into talking some hardcore nutritional stuff, supplements that you can use. But there's a lot of ways that you can activate this reversal, this relaxation response in the body. In fact, there's a really cool book that came out back in the 1960s or 70s by a guy named Herbert Benson, who was a professor, a medical school professor, and I'm trying to think if it was Harvard or Yale, one of those Ivy League schools, Harvard or Yale. It's called The Relaxation Response. So if you think I'm talking airy-fairy here, you got to read this book, The Relaxation Response. And he's got another one working with the relaxation response. It's all about how relaxation is associated with reversal of chronic degenerative disease. Herbert Benson, he's a medical doctor. I think he passed away, but he's a medical doctor. He was a medical doctor, and he talks about the link between activation of the parasympathetic nervous system, the relaxation nervous system, and the things we could do. He has a strategy in the book where he says just by repeating the word one, O-N-E, sitting down, sitting still, and repeating the word one, just saying one, one, one for as short a period of time as you want, or as long a period of time as you want, you'll lower your blood pressure and reduce the markers of disease just by saying the word one. That's how simple it is. When was the last time you got a prescription for saying the word one? And this guy's from an Ivy League medical school professor. The relaxation response. And tomorrow we'll tell you some strategies for activating the relaxation response. Some cool ones too, as we continue talking about anabolism, building, repair, activating the body's growth and anti-aging systems that are built in. I'm Pharmacist Ben. 844-236-6010 is our number. Let us motivate to. Steve, let's finish up with Steve from yesterday. What's up, man? How you doing?
Ben, I am wondering about the. You were discussing yesterday about. I was anyway interested in fats, in cholesterol.
Yes.
And I heard a doctor on a radio show, and he said, like, the new thing is eating, go for the fatty meats, go for the 80% hamburger, go for fatty cuts of meats. And, there might be, what's the other side of the, what is needed?
That's a great question. That's a great question. First of all,
what other
what do you do with the fats? What do you do with the fats in order to support all that? I got your question.
And about ketosis and
ketogenesis.
How are ketones, like raspberry and coffee ketones, associated with ketosis, which is usually a detrimental thing? I believe what's that with the kidneys, correct?
Good. Absolutely. Now, hang on. You asked a bunch of questions there. I'm going to answer them. I'm going to let you go after this because, I got a bunch of calls here now. Everybody's calling all at once. So here a couple things. First of all, I got a problem. The pendulum goes to two extremes. You got the no-fat extreme. Now you got the all-fat extreme. I got a problem here because with eating hamburger fat and meat fat, because you cook those fats. And cooked fats are a big problem. Now, it's true that meat fat, when it's cooked, is not as problematic as vegetable fat. That's really a problem, the polyunsaturated fats, when those are cooked. But still, when you cook, you ruin things. Now, you do need to break things up a little bit. The proteins, it helps cooking helps the amino acids get a little bit more available. So there's a certain amount of cooking you need to do. But when I'm talking about fat, I'm talking about coconut oil, I'm talking about butter, and I'm talking about nutritional oils. That's the basic. Those are the best kinds of fat. Cooked fat, I got a problem with. Now, the second thing you talked about is very interesting, and that's these ketones that you can now buy as supplements. So for people who don't want to mess around with the ketogenic diet, now they got supplements, ketone supplements. And they can be helpful. And in fact, the military is using these ketone supplements to induce ketosis for the benefits of the ketogenic diet. But still, the best way to get your ketones is to practice caloric restriction and a high-fat, high-relative, key word here, relative fat diet. Not a lot of fat, but relative to your other macronutrients. So if you're getting 1,500 calories a day, you want 60 to 70% to be coming from fat. So you're looking at, 800, 900 calories from fat. So that doesn't mean that you eat a bunch of French fries. It means you pick your fats carefully, and it means that your fats, the high amount of fat, is relative to the other nutrients. Last thing thing you asked about ketosis, that's a little bit different. Ketosis can be a problem when comes from messed up biochemistry, particularly sugar metabolism. That's a little bit different. That's ketoacidosis, and that's not what I'm talking about when I talk about the ketogenic diet. The ketogenic diet is a gradual way of building up ketones. Ketoacidosis is a toxic way of doing it. Happens really quickly, and yes, it can be a problem. Diabetics are especially prone to this because it involves how the body processes sugar and how the body processes fats. Steve, I got to motivate. Thank you so much for your call. One last thing. If you're going to do the ketogenic diet, make sure you're using lots of vitamin E and other nutrients, which we're going to continue talking about. I'm not done talking about the ketogenic diet.
What
Thanks,
about
bro.
K2, vitamin K2?
I'll be talking about that also. You should be sending me notes on here. It's all the good stuff I'm going to be talking about. K2 is very important.
I did. Are you still at did you get my email yesterday?
I didn't get one, I don't think. Ben at ksco.com.
Yeah, you got my check my email. Thank you.
Okay. Take care, brother. Have a beautiful day, man.
Sir.
Good to talk to you. All right, let's move on to Trudy in Florida. Welcome to the bright side. What's up, Trudy?
Hi, Ben. Good morning to you.
Good morning to you.
Listening to you ever since I discovered you.
Oh, no kidding. How did you hear?
Anyway,
how did you discover? Well, hang on, Trudy. How did you discover the bright side?
Well, there's a program on just before you, and he's a doctor, and I listen to him, and then you come on.
Oh, good deal. Who are you listening to? Who are you listening to?
Dr. Asa.
Dr. Asa. Is that what's his last name? Oh, that's okay. That's okay. Don't worry about it. Thanks for your call. What's going on? How can we help you?
I'm taking emulsified cod liver oil.
Okay.
The cod liver oil I used to take, it wasn't emulsified, but that company doesn't make it anymore.
Okay.
So is this okay, this emulsified?
Well, it's not bad. You don't necessarily need it unless you have a digestive health issue or a gallbladder problem. It's not going to hurt you. I would only be concerned about the extra cost and if you're getting the emulsifying agent instead of the cod liver oil. Emulsifying agents are cheaper than cod liver oil, so if they're replacing the oil with the emulsifying agent, you may not be getting the most value from your product. But other than that, it's not much of a problem. What are they using to emulsify? Do you know? Is it lecithin?
If I look at the
why don't you go look at it? We're going to take a break, Trudy. We've got a commercial break, so why don't you go look at it and let us know when we come back, okay?
Thank you.
Okay. All right, I'm Pharmacist Ben. 844-236-6010 is our number. If you're on hold, hang on. We'll get to you when we come back. You're listening to The Bright Side on the Genesis Communication Network. We'll be back after this. We are back on The Bright Side. I'm Pharmacist Ben. We're talking to Trudy in Florida. 844-236-6010 is our number. Trudy, you there?
Yes, I am, and it's Dr. Asa Andrews.
Okay, good. I think I've heard of him. You're in Florida, so is he a local guy or is it on GCN?
Well, he graduated from Florida State.
But I mean, are you listening on a radio station or on the internet?
The radio station that I'm listening
cool.
to you on also. He's on
good.
3 hours at night.
He's on 3 hours at night?
Yes, every night.
What kind of doctor is he?
A medical and nutritionalist.
He's an MD?
Uh-huh. Yes, he is.
You sure he's an MD? He's on for 3 hours a night? That's unusual for an MD to do 3 hours a night. Well, good.
And he talks.
Thank you for sharing that.
The ingredients in this emulsified cod liver oil is purified water, of course.
Okay.
Glycerol.
Yeah.
What is this?
Spell it.
Sorbitol.
Sorbitol. That's a sweetener.
Yeah. That's it. Sunflower, lecithin, peppermint oil, gum.
Yeah.
And some rosemary extract. Spearmint oil.
Okay, so they're using lecithin to emulsify. It's not necessarily a bad thing, but you're paying for a lot of extra stuff that's not the oil. That's the only issue. But it's not necessarily a bad thing. Make sure it's not. It's not. There's no heat applied to the oil. Probably isn't. What company makes it?
Swanson.
They're a good company. That's a lot of stuff that you're paying for, though. That's not the oil. That's the only issue. All right, Trudy. Thank you so much for the kind words, and hope everything works out. Whatever you got going on, and I hope we helped you. Okay. Thanks so much.
Have a good day.
Take care, Trudy. Bye bye. Okay, Anita in Missouri. Welcome to the Bright Side. What's going on?
Hi.
Hey.
I was just wondering, I had read online that you could check and see if your probiotic was any good by opening up the capsule and putting it in some milk for like 10 hours or so.
Okay.
Do you know anything about that?
No,
Or
I hadn't
how you
heard of
can
that,
tell
but-
if your probiotic is good or not?
That makes sense. I hadn't heard that, but yeah, that kind of makes sense to me. I have to think why that wouldn't necessarily. That should work. You should have an effect, right? If it's working in your intestine. Some of them are enterically coated, and the milk may not be enough to break it open, so to speak. Some of the bacteria are in spores, so they're protected. So I'm not sure necessarily that's 100% accurate, but it's not a bad idea. I got to look into that. That's actually kind of clever, Anita.